Tengyun version 1. And this is my main, the Moyu Weilong WRM 2021 Cubers Home Edition with the magnetic core. And I'm going to be talking about today whether you should get this cube or this cube. So let's get into the review. Both of these cubes have primary internals, but one you can change the magnets and the other one you can't. The Dayan Tengyun version 1, the only customization you can have is a regular screw. But for the Moyu Weilong WRM 2021, you can change a variety of things, including the magnets, the screw itself, and the spring compression, and these customization options are for everyone. For both cubes, you can change the screw depth. For the Tengyun, it's only the screw depth, and you can't change the spring compression. For the Moyu cube, you can change both the screwdriver and the spring compression. The way you change the spring compression is you use this component or tool to basically put it into the holes of the component in the cube, and then you just turn counterclockwise. I believe there's 8 or 9 settings, and I like to use the 4th or 5th one. The way you change it is just turn counterclockwise, and it gets tighter every time. Once you've gotten it to the highest setting, the next click will be going back to the bottom, and you'll hear a low pitch click. But I like to keep mine on the 4th or 5th setting, and that's how spring compression and or screw depth works. Basically, for the screw depth, if you turn it tighter, then it should become tighter. Or if you turn it clockwise, it'll become tighter, and if you turn it counterclockwise, it'll become looser. Pretty much it works the same way as any other screw. And that's it for spring compression and or customization for the Tengyun. But for this cube, you can also change the magnets. I prefer to use a small screwdriver because the tools that they give are kind of stupid and very, very useless. So they give you 4 of these black components, and basically, if I can take one out, which I will. This bag is very looby for some reason. You will see on this sword, I like to call it a sword, you will see there's a tick mark at the end of the sword, which you can change the magnet strength by using just this tool and then just putting it into that hole. Although there's one problem, and it's very, very big. You can only change the magnet strength, a number amount of times, because every time you change it, the tick mark at the end of the sword, it gets bent. And I don't want to use all 4 of these, but I just like to use a screwdriver, and that'll help me change it without a problem. Although the one I have is pretty small, but it still works. The Moyu Weilong WRM, about the spring compression, you also have another component to just put it into the cube. And that's it for customization. It's pretty straightforward. There are 5 settings for the magnet strength, and the lower it gets, I believe, is the higher magnet strength there is. I like to keep mine on 2. So I don't want my magnets to be really weak, but I don't want them to be really strong. For example, 1. And that's it for customization. let me do one quick thing and fix this super flip. It's kind of getting on my nerves. And now to talk about the shades. The shades are pretty nice, although I kind of like them more on my Moyu cube. The reason is maybe because on the Dayan Tengyun version 1, they're more glossy, and on the Moyu cube, they're more matte. And this could help with being able to identify the colors, and if you are near like sun or like a bright place, then a glossy cube is not that good because you can't really identify the pieces. Let's just look at the shades real quick. I can notice a very clear difference between the greens, the blues, and the reds. For the reds, it's much darker on the Tengyun. For the greens, it's much brighter. And for the blues, I don't really know. I think it's a little bit brighter on this one. Everything else, except the yellow, I guess so, is pretty much the same. The yellow on the Tengyun is a little brighter and less vibrant. But the main question is, of this review, which one would I prefer? So let's just do a few solves in order to find out whether this cube will be my main or this one. I have mained this cube for a very long time, around like 6 or 7 months, and this one I got, I think, in April or May. But I set it up yesterday, and I'm pretty excited to find out how it turns and whether it works well. So let's just do a few solves. So I've just finished the mean of 3 for both cubes, and I'm still contemplating on which one to be as my main. I still really like the feel of the Tengyun, but I still got a better mean of 3 on the Moyu Weilong WRM. I think I'll probably let you know by the beginning of next video. Anyways, I'll see you later, and